What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Duel, back here with another Diablo 4 video, and today we're going to be talking about Diablo 4 Season 9 and the future of Diablo 4. So, right now they announced yesterday, Blizzard said they're having a campfire chat on May 22nd at 11 PDT, which I believe if you're in Central Time, that's at 1 p.m. So they're going to basically be discussing the new season, a lot of new things coming to the game here, and I'm sure we'll be getting more updates from Blizzard here. Uh, and so really what they've brought on is they've got like this this roadmap that they put together here. So you can see back from the beginning we got season 7, and then we're on season 8, and then they've got season 9 and season 10 and season 11, which is going to coincide with the new expansion most likely, and they finally have a new ranking system and leaderboards. 11 seasons in for leaderboards is kind of wild, but I digress. But let's jump back here. So we've already done Witchcraft. We're already on Belial's Return, and that's wrapping up. If you didn't know, this is a much shorter season than previous seasons. And so now season 9, they said they're going to go back to their original cadence, which is really good. Because I want to play other games when I'm done with the season. But anyway, so let's jump in here and talk about what's coming for season 9. It looks like they're going to have heraldic powers. They've got more quests and reputation board. They're calling this is like the season of dungeon escalation. So hopefully, what this means is like a revamp to Nightmare Dungeons, which is really good because I really think that ever since they did their whole revamp with Torment 1 through 4, Nightmare Dungeons have been pretty irrelevant because you kind of just get obfuscate really, unless you're just really farming for that. That's the only reason to do them. There's no other reason outside of that. You can't. It's not even the best. It's not even the best option to use to farm anything really, other than obfuscate. But you can also just run Infernal Hordes and get more XP, kill lots of monsters, and they're just generally Infernal Hordes are just more fun in my opinion and more rewarding than doing a Nightmare Dungeon. But I digress. And then we move on over to season 10, which looks like it's going to come out in September to December. They're calling this one Infernal Chaos. Chaos powers and quests and a reputation board. So basically, you can see a theme here. We're getting a new power with another board, and that board is like you just get whatever that favor is, and you just unlock more rewards with that board. And it looks like season 9 is also going to have a new IP collab. So what that means is, like right now, they're doing a Berserk collab. Who knows what this next collab will be? It could be Dragon Ball, could be My Hero, could not even be anime related at all. I'm just throwing out an example here. They're going to be partnering with a new IP. I'm very curious to see what that is, and I'm sure when the season gets closer and as things come out, they'll announce it and they'll tell us what the new IP is so they can put more crap in the shop to buy. Yeah, so, and then of course we've got 2026, the new expansion. So yeah, we're on season 8, 9, 10, boom, this will be season 11, more than likely. Yeah, because this wraps up the end of the year with season 9, so, or I'm sorry, what did I see, season 11? We're on season 8, season 9, 10, yeah, season 11, math is mathing. So season 11, new expansion, yeah, we're gonna get, the expansion, the ranking system, and the leaderboards. Obviously, right here, they're like hiding some stuff. It's gonna be a new pet, new cosmetics, all that sort of things. Most likely a new class. There's some theories out there what the new class would be. Hopefully it's Paladin or maybe Witch Doctor, or actually, you know what? I think they mentioned it being a whole brand new class like they did with the Spiritborn. Either way, we'll see. As far as I know, there's no official word on what that class is going to be. Overall, my opinion on the roadmap and the future of Diablo, I think obviously the game has been like a slow progression of getting better over time. But as far as like improving the game fast enough for the general player base, I don't think it is fast enough, and that just could be, there could be several reasons for that. Whether you want to, give Blizzard the benefit of the doubt and say, oh, it's just because they have to go through so many hoops for AAA gaming. Who knows? Because they're not just publishing to PC, right? They're publishing to console, every other console on that platform that runs the game, and then they have to line that up with PC. So it's not as simple as push a button and add something to the game. They have to make sure that the game is still going to run properly, that servers are optimized, players can connect, things work that the way they're supposed to go. So I'm not saying that it's something that we should just give a Blizzard a pat on the back for just because. This is something that they did to themselves by making the game online only. you know, so that's neither here nor there, right? I'm not trying to bash on Blizzard. I'm just saying that maybe if you're expecting uh, bigger updates with these patches, there's probably a reason why the window is so narrow and how big they can make these seasons and these expansions. But it, you know, I also can sympathize with the general players who are going to spend 40, 60, 90, $120 for these expansions. You know, because and you know, it's like, oh, all we're getting is a new storyline and a new boss, some new cosmetics, and maybe a new class, right? And you could say, well, maybe that's worth paying that much money for, right? It's worth it. Um, but I digress. Either way, my personal opinion on the whole matter is that I feel like they could be doing a lot more. But again, like I don't know the background of how Blizzard develops the game. So without all that knowledge, I can't really make an educated opinion on it. But all I can say is, um, you know, 11 seasons in for leaderboards is kind of wild. I will say that. Like, why did it take them so long to add something that is like a Blizzard staple, rather, Diablo staple, I guess I should say. But either way, yeah, I'm really excited. Like some of these things here, like new Nightmare Dungeon activities, I'll just be honest with you, like Nightmare Dungeon activities are not the reason I play Nightmare Dungeon, so this isn't something that's really going to appeal to me. And then console and keyboard and mouse support, like really cool, but like this is not something that and I could be in the minority. I play on computers, so I already have keyboard and mouse support, right? But on console, this is not something that I read and go, oh man, that's super exciting, right? So maybe I'm off base on that. If you're a console player, then that's great for you. If you're really looking forward to this, the and more part, I wish they would have shown that instead of teasing it, because like the and more and what is the more actually matters here in this instance. But you know, other than that, I mean, I'm excited. My if I wanted to. If I wanted to make a decision on what I was most excited for, it would definitely be Season 10, 9, 10, Infernal Chaos, because they're going to be updating Infernal Hordes, which, ever since they added to the game, has been a desperate need. We need new maps. We need new events to add, new affixes. I don't even know if that's the right term for this, but like new little things to add to get Aether inside Infernal Hordes. And frankly, Infernal Hordes is my favorite thing in the game. I just think it's so much fun. There's so much they could do with it to make it so much better, because right now it is very bare bones and very basic. And if you've done it 1,000 times like I've done it, you recognize all the different affixes, you know them by heart, and I could probably sit here and write a list of them by memory. I've done it so many times. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. I'm actually hopeful that this season is wrapped around the Infernal Hordes once again, because again they need it, and I would love to just blast Infernal Hordes all day long. I think that's very exciting. As far as you can tell, we're getting Herodic powers in Season 9 and then Chaos powers in Season 10. It's probably goes without saying, more than likely, unless they make us change. I'm sure this is like mid-development. We'll probably be getting some sort of new powers for Season 11 as well. So, anyway, they're going to be talking more about it on the Campfire Chat, and whenever the Campfire Chat comes out, I'll try to make a video and talking about, the things that they're going to be adding to the game and how that's going to affect everybody. So in reality, that's pretty much gonna be it, really. I don't really have any more details on the future of the game. I mean, I think they're heading in the right direction overall. I mean, the problem for me is like you look at games like Path of Exile 2 and Last Epoch, right? And of course, it's natural to compare the two because they're in the same genre. However, I don't think PoE 2 is cross-playable. Let me know about that. I just don't know for sure. I'd have to look. But as far as I know, Last Epoch is on PC only, and they also have an offline mode. So they have their own challenges they have to face when it comes to developing their own versions of the game. So you can't really... I guess my point is you can't really compare Last Epoch to PoE 2 to D4 and say, well, why isn't D4 doing as much as PoE 2? And why isn't PoE 2 doing as much as Last Epoch? And why isn't Last Epoch doing as much as D4? You get the idea. They're all on their own different development cycles. They all have their different challenges and, blockers that they have to develop the game. But at the end of the day, the players are what matter the most, and the players care. And so the players don't care how these blockers that you need to get around to make the game better or develop the game. They don't care. They just want it to get done. And they're the ones that buy the game. So, in my opinion, I feel like D4 could definitely be stepping it up. You know, there's a classic meme, D4 bad. I'm not saying D4 bad because I still play the game and I enjoy the game to an extent. I just feel like when I go play Last Epoch, there's like a sense of excitement when you find gear, and I'm sure when you play PoE 2, you get this same exact feeling. And I think that feeling for D4 is missing because it's like once you get to a certain level in D4 and you get like your mythics and you get your build online, there's really nothing to do. You can't really. I mean, yeah, they have endgame, you have seasonal challenges, but there's no new gear to find. There's no mystery. It's kind of solved for you. And so for that reason, I don't know. I feel like for me personally, I think that's where D4 probably needs to step it up the most. But overall, that's going to wrap it up that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think of the future of D4 is. I think the future is looking good for Diablo 4, if I didn't say that earlier. I am curious to see the things that they add to the game. The game overall is getting better and it is improving over time. It's just not improving at the speed and the amount that I'd like it to change at. You know, who am I? Oh, I'm just a player that blasts this game. So anyway, that's going to do it for me. Let me know in the comments what you think of the future of Diablo 4 and what you look forward to. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. You're not obligated to, but it does help out the channel a lot. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.